We are back from our short break, and the next award that was on the Crunchyroll awards list was Best Anime Film. Now, this year, I usually watch a handful of anime films in a year, but I honestly really didn't watch any. I did watch Black Clover Sword of the Wizard, which was okay. It's pretty good. I've been planning on watching Suzume, but I never got around to it because I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I failed on the movies real hard.
Yeah, but Suzume did win it best anime film of the year. Visually, from everything I've seen, it looks stunning. That's why I wanted to watch it. It's like a drama fantasy type uh movie where this girl she has to there's like all these kind of disasters going on in the world or across Japan.
Hmm.
It's these doors like standing in the middle of like the ruined area
Huh.
or you gotta close she has to close the doors to stop the disasters, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's basically my extent of knowledge on that movie, but apparently it was great because it won Anime of the Year, Anime Film of the Year.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'll
that
have to check that out then.
I believe it's on Hulu. I know it's on not Netflix, HBO.
Okay.
I believe they put it on HBO because I have a bunch of uh anime movies on Netflix. Best original anime was Buddy Daddies. And I mentioned this like last year when it first came out because I watched like half of the first season, but it got
Hmm.
dull. But it was a really good show. I did like it. Buddy Daddies is about two friends that are um, hitmen or spies or assassins.
Something like that.
I think they're actually hitmen,
Okay.
and they're just friends and they live together. And then they come across a little girl and they ended up taking her because she was by herself and they took her back home and they basically are her dads. They put her in school. So it's like balancing
Hmm.
being dads,
But still being the hitman.
being assassins. Yeah. It's a pretty lighthearted comedy with some action in there, some good action. And
Nice. And I think that makes more sense for winning the best original anime.
it,
Not that all the other ones aren't, but like for example, they put Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury on there.
how
That's
is that
not
any
that's
way
yeah.
original?
I'm like it's Gundam. Like
It's literally like their 20th spinoff. Like it's like
like y'all, come on.
that's it's a good anime. I did love The
Very
Witch
good.
from Mercury, but it had no business in the original anime list.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I
It doesn't
heard Birdie Wing was good. I hadn't checked it out myself.
yeah, I haven't checked it out either.
And Marginal Service, I've been wanting to check that out. That looks interesting, but I have no idea anything about it, you
Yeah, I haven't checked it out either.
know. And like we said earlier, Best Animation went to Demon Slayer. The other nominees were Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mob Psycho 100, and Trigun Stampede. Um,
Which Trigun, the way that was done, I just loved that. I
that
truly did.
honestly, now that I've read that Trigun was up there, that could have won Best Animation of the Year.
Hmm.
Good, but a lot of people don't like the futuristic looking anime style, like the new sleek.
Right.
It grew on to me. I can't remember which anime I was watching where I was like, okay, I kind of like it now. And certain styles, like certain styles
Mm.
of anime, not the animation, but like, with the story of Trigun and the way the story goes, it felt right for that animation. It wasn't weird or anything. It was like a little sci-fi. Yeah.
Right. Like I think it was actually like the best version of that kind of futuristic like animation style. Because like what? I mean, I so for example, I enjoyed the Pacific Rim and
Yeah.
like animated show, but like the animation style bothers me. Like that type of stuff can get a little rough for me.
Yeah.
But like the way that like Trigun was done, that the way that was like actually kind of I think worked out a little bit more where I think like if they focused on the animation a little bit more in the Pacific Rim animated series, it'd be 10
Yeah,
times better.
just smooth it out and make it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know what you mean by it. I don't know how to really describe the
It's
feeling.
almost like with the Pacific Rim, they like digitized claymation. And I'm like,
Okay.
it just feels kind of gross. But with Trigun and the new version that they did, it was almost like just the perfect mix of like an animated like pastel color or like painting.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, now that I think about it, I think Trigun probably should have won it. I,
It was it again. Both shows have great animation. Both shows have very vivid colors. It was tough, but man,
and Mob Psycho 100 season 3. I I mean the animation has always been great in Mob Psycho.
mhm,
I don't think it's set itself apart from anything. It's just there's a lot of vibrant colors. So
right,
I think maybe Zom should have been in place of Mob Psycho, possibly.
yeah,
And then Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, they just went all out on the domains and the powers, and then uh Gojo's Infinite Blue.
mhm,
So I can see why that got up there. There was a lot in Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 to get it on the best animation nominee list.
right. Then we can next one is best character design. The winner is Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. And
Surprise.
hands down, hands down. Yeah. That the like the list on here, again, everything on here is great. The same names, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, um Oshinoko, and Trigun. Like
Yeah.
all of them are truly great, but man, the character, the way you get so invested in these characters and like watching their development, and then with some of them, like we said earlier, watching their development just come to an abrupt end. Like,
Yeah.
it it's got it, they just figured out the way to get the hooks right into the heart, and it's like, yeah, you did it very, very well done.
I
Like,
mean, they got
damn.
the way, like each character, you got Gojo, you got Sukuna, the main evil villain. It was a
Mhm.
lot of the villains for me that really the character designs were pretty interesting and you know
And like it's fun watching him become the villain.
yeah.
Like especially like where they show him and Gojo like being there at the beginning together, going through classes and everything like that.
Well, too.
So like it's just it's I love stories like that where it's like hell, that's why Star Wars works so well
Oh yeah.
is because you have the portrayal of Obi-Wan or the portrayal of Anakin to Obi-Wan. And I guess spoiler maybe if you haven't seen it. Sorry.
Qualify as a spoiler. Get on your shit if you haven't seen that. If you didn't know that.
But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's just hard to beat that type of drama because I think everybody can relate to it at some point.
Yeah, and again, like Hell's Paradise absolutely belonged on this list too, and I wouldn't have been surprised if they won it. I just don't think it was as popular as I thought it was. But Hell's Paradise is very like they got a lot. They like they're fighting
Mhm.
the fight sequences, the character designs. Like everyone is like immensely different, like
Yeah,
and well thought out. I feel like Trigun. I'm not sure.
like
I guess that character design was great. I don't know really what if there's anything I could put in its place, so I guess it deserves to be up there.
um,
And of course, Chainsaw Man. That's
yeah.
everybody's got has their own unique design.
All right.
And once again, best director goes to Shota Goshizono, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. So,
It's gonna win a decent amount of things. It also won best cinematography.
see again, I don't know if it should have got best director. I think that one could have gone to Chainsaw Man or even Bochi. Bocchi,
I did not watch Bochi yet.
Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah.
That's the first one we were talking about with the girl that plays in the
Oh
band.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I
That's that was a good one, man.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I was like,
Uh,
wait a minute.
nah, and then again, Attack on Titan shows up. I think people are just giving Attack on Titan some love just because they love the show. Because it was great.
It
It was
ended
great.
gracefully.
It did gracefully, but it wasn't like they didn't ruin it, I'll say. You know,
Mhm.
but it didn't blow me away really. You know, it was
Yeah, like not really.
it was just good. Where were we at? Cinematography, you just mentioned, went to Jujutsu Kaisen. Best art direction. I feel like some of these are a little repetitive because that also goes to Demon Slayer as well.
Yep.
Best
And
romance. I didn't watch any
I
romance.
I did not either. So, but I mean, for those of you that do watch them, the winner was, oh my God, I'm gonna mess this name up.
Hori
Horimiya?
Horimiya.
Yep, the missing pieces.
Ah, there we go.
Uh,
Comedy, Spy Family season one. That
yeah.
good. It's good, man. It's really funny. Me and my daughter we watch it all the time.
Mm.
I wanted to
And
do
I think it like the reason it wins out is because it's a little bit more of an actual family show.
yeah, yeah. You get can actually watch it with your family and not worry about like, hold on, do I have to pre-watch this before I watch it with my kids?
Yup. Because if you don't do that at the wrong one, you're like, oh no.
I mean, this list was kind of close too. You got Zom
Hmm.
100 on there. Mashley, Magic and Muscle. That is a pretty funny show.
That
I,
was really funny.
I like it. And Buddy Daddies is very funny as well. I don't remember Bochi being like a comedy, but
I think it was just more for the cringe sake sometimes.
yeah, it's like funny moments, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, best action anime, none
Jujutsu
other
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen season two. Um, I think well, actually, I feel like maybe this one should have went to Bleach.
That is a
I do
good.
remember voting for Bleach for this one because I thought long and hard because all these shows has intense action nonstop. This past season of One Piece could have easily won this one as well
Yeah.
with the whole Kaido saga. Um, but Bleach Thousand Year Blood War is so far had the best action I've seen last season. Like personally, to me, I think it had the best like nonstop because each episode was a great fight. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't like a fight that I really didn't like that much. Each one was intense. Like it took on its own form as like took over the show for the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's like something they learned from in the earlier seasons where the action was still intense, but they were also like, we're gonna cut out on like a significant amount of the filler.
They like we learned from our mistakes.
Yep. Because Bleach is an amazing show. Been running what just as long, if not longer, than One Piece. I think they
Uh,
came or like
no, because they kind of stopped for a while, so we can't give them the continuous.
true enough, true enough.
They took a hiatus, and they only have um I think they have under 600 episodes though. So I think they
Actually, that might be
500.
right. Yeah, something like that.
I don't remember. Best fantasy anime. I don't know if you should give that to Demon Slayer.
Um, it's tough. It really is. Um, so this lists everybody again. We have Demon Slayer as the winner, but then again, there's Hell's Paradise. There's Mashley. There's Mushoku Tensei
The top,
and Ranking of Kings and the Ancient Magus. Like there's a lot. Then they were all like the ones that I watched: Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, and Ancient Magus is they're all phenomenal, but like man, yeah, I don't know. I would almost say the Ancient Magus for me
That's what
personally.
I'm thinking because I didn't know if I was going to ask you if you've seen the Ancient Magus. I hadn't started season 2 yet, but it's low key one of my favorite boring shows of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand people not getting into it because it is pretty slow, and
Yeah.
it can put you to sleep, but it is very interesting and it's fantastical a word like fantasy like.
We can make it work. This is our universe right now. We can do what we
Yeah,
want.
I mean, I think maybe either between Jobless Reincarnation and Ancient Magus because
Mm.
magically it's very fantasy like and all that, but I hear a disturbance in the force.
Oh, we have a visitor.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Say hi. What's up? What do you want? Uh, I don't know where my switch. You don't know where your switch is? No. In the room? No. I think it is. Did you go look? Yes. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, Mashley, feel like we've seen a bunch of shows like that,
Mm.
like Black Clover and things like that. So it just seems like, a repackaged version, although it's a good show, repackaged type of show, kind of like those.
Right.
So it's not nothing we hadn't seen. Jabba's reincarnation has its own unique spin to it,
Mm.
and it's a little bit more serious, and it's like a real the world that it's all in. The isekai of the whole thing is it has a more like Dungeons and Dragon type feel to it, or like a Warcraft, like a real world type feel.
Nice.
And then Ring of the Kings is pretty good too. I feel like that's a pretty good one. More like a fairy tale type deal.
Mm.
That one could have won it as well for the fantasy anime of the year.
But yeah, again, all of them are great. All
Yeah,
of them are great, but
they are.
I feel like they just gave it to Demon Slayer just because
So
it's probably more known.
you can because you vote on this. You can go on your Crunchyroll and vote. So a lot of
Mm,
us probably hadn't watched majority of the list of the nominees
right.
for each one. I could be wrong, but I know I didn't watch a lot of each nominees, so picked out of the ones that I knew. But best drama anime that went to Attack on Titan. Now that I think they deserve that, but then you,
That
it
yeah, like it,
was super.
it's a tie between that and Vinland Saga for me.
Yeah, but I just think Attack on Titan is one of the most dramatic things of all time.
Yeah, I mean, being hunted by giant humans. Yeah,
Just each character in it, like it's the Game of Thrones of anime. I keep saying that. It's the Game of Thrones of anime.
that is a really good. Yeah, that is a really good comparison. It might as well be. Like man, yeah, like
Oh, go ahead.
no, it's just yeah. I mean, the horror like that show just stressed you out real quick. The first episode, they're like, "I hope you're ready." You're like, "What?" And
What?
then
Wham!
like Vinland Saga, it takes a little bit longer to get into because they do talk like they do focus on like childhood right away,
Yeah,
and like his trauma happened like a little bit later on in the season, not too late, but like
yeah.
compared to how it starts with Attack on Titan, yeah.
See, like, and then this season of Vinland Saga, like I said, it's more like there's more space between the dramatics.
Mhm.
Like, granted, it's like severe, you know, changing the world type thing. It's super dramatic, and as a whole. But this season is more feel good parts where you don't have to you can forget that he's actually a slave and
Yep. You're like, oh, that's
working for
right.
and you forget between his nightmares that he was a a murderous young man
Hmm.
growing up.
Yup.
Repentance. So, but To Your
I
Eternity is I don't know if you've seen that.
have not.
That is it's super dramatic, but there's like it's not like Attack on Titan. It's not a lot of action, but it's a really good story, and it can make you cry at times.
Hmm. Okay. 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 I can always support that.
I want to get back into it because I watched season one and I want to watch season two, but I just hadn't had time to put it back into the rotation yet. Oh, best slice of life anime.
Mm.
And this season, I also did not. I usually watch a handful of slice of life animes, and
Yeah,
I
Bochi was.
I guess I did, but I watched some older ones. I've been watching the daily life of the Immortal King, which is great. One of my favorite.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my favorite slice of life animes of all time. And Bochi, which was great, and they won the slice of life anime of the year. So I guess I have no quarrels with this at all because I don't really know any of these other ones.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the other ones either. So like, yeah.
Oh, best main character. Who else would they choose other than Luffy? But
OG baby.
is it a little unfair? Because I don't know how many times has he won it in the past. I mean, no, actually, Thorfinn could have won it. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time, and he proved it with his actions in season two.
Hmm.
So I think you could have gave it to Thorfinn this year. Mob, he's always a favorite, and
Always, always.
Aaron Yeager, I don't consider him a a best main character. I just think he's the most fucked up main character of all time.
And I think that's yeah, and like for me, I probably would have probably gone with Aaron just because
Because he's
it.
uh the most impactful
Mhm.
main character.
And also just like
Another disturbance in the force.
uh-oh.
But I will when I'm done. Yay! All right. Turn it off. What are you doing? Hey, turn this light off. Close the door. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we've been playing together. So, um, what was this saying?
But yeah, Aaron basically I would have won it from me just for the sake of I think his the overall like I guess impact or influence that Aaron has on himself and like watching it how it changes him so much from being this super just like I'm diving in head first type of guy, which that same feeling is there, but like the diabolical side just slowly building up to it
I
is just so.
old callousness of him.
Mhm. And obviously, like Thorfinn has the same type of thing, but it's just like, man, like, I don't know. And again, Attack on Titan just has a special place in my heart, so
Oh yeah.
that's just why I picked Aaron.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of like how I felt about him. It's like he's not the best because I don't know. I feel like when it comes to MCs, they should feel like I don't know if they should feel like a hero or anything, but he's the most impactful MC I've seen
Mm.
in a long time. Nobody has more impact than Aaron Yeager.
It's just only flattening the world. It's fine.
Not even Monkey D. Luffy with 1,000 episodes under his belt. This honestly isn't a surprise either. Um, Gojo voted
hmm
as best supporting character. Um, I mean Hanji could have gotten that maybe because there's a bunch of other people that are great supporting characters in that show. Because
Yeah.
said, who am I thinking of for Armin?
Oh, yeah. Oh my
I
God.
think
Yeah.
Armin is a more of a supporting character than Hanji. Um, Power
Uh,
From Chainsaw Man, but she wasn't a support.
no. I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue this one just because he's got that Kakashi feel to him, and everybody loves that. Like, it's hard to get around that type of like character build.
You see the white hair, you're like, oh, this guy might be a fan favorite.
Instead of one eye being covered, both eyes are covered. You're like, what?
Kakashi could get any cooler. Must protect at all costs anime character. Uh, that was Anya Forger from Spy Family because she's just so adorable.
Yeah, there's no argument there.
You
I
can't.
I yeah,
I mean, maybe Bochi, but she's older, so
right.
you.
This is a child needs protection.
All right, and
And
what's that?
and then I just yeah, then the rest of them pretty much a lot of the same. We have anime songs and then like scores and all that stuff. Yeah, opening sequences, but uh I kind of wanted to skip ahead to I was going through the list and the best voice over or the best voice artist for the English dubs
Oh yeah,
was
I'm actually going to
actually Ryan Colt Levi from Chainsaw Man, which I didn't really expect.
Wow, I didn't expect that at all. Let me see the list.
So we also have Abby Trott, who did Nezuko, was on the list. And from Demon Slayer, we have Austin Tyndall.
Staying
Yeah,
next,
she
where she barely talked.
yeah, exactly. That's my thing too. Like I was like, why is she on this list? Not that she doesn't do a good job for the moments she talks, but like there's so many other characters in the show that talk all the time.
Yeah.
Um, but then we also have Johnny Young Bush from Bleach. He played Ichigo. Lexi Nito, who played Aizawa from Tomo-chan. And then we have Marissa Duran, who did Sagiri's from voice from Hell's Paradise. And yeah, like it's a pretty stacked list. Again, the Nezuko one threw me off a little bit. But yeah, I was still very much surprised that he got it. Not that he doesn't do again, not that he doesn't do good. Like there's a reason he got the job, but like yeah, I don't know. I was just so like, oh
I didn't
man.
expect that either. So I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, and then that's basically the entire list. The other nominate or no, the other winners were, voiceovers from other countries, things that we hadn't watched. So,
Yeah.
um, but one, I know I said Solo Leveling hands down anime of the year for this year already.
Mm,
I don't care what comes out.
yeah.
There is a close second.
Mm.
Ninja Kamui.
I haven't watched it yet. And it looks so good.
Oh, the first 2 minutes of the first episode.
Okay, okay.
The entire episode, but the first 2 minutes, you're like, whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa,
like,
whoa,
where did this come from?
jeez. At least take me out to dinner first. That was a lot. But yeah, it's
Damn.
basically like John Wick cross ninjas.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, that's
Mhm. Oh
enough
yeah.
explanation right there. It's
100% get behind that. Yeah, that's perfect.
get so much like Afro samurai feels. Like the
Oh, then, yeah, I'm so in.
yeah, like I was saying, Ninja Kamui, it reminds me a lot of Afro Samurai, the art style and just the way that all the fighting is in the entire anime. But it's really good. Highly recommend
Awesome. That is on the list for sure.
it. uh, that one needs to be at the top of the list because there's only a couple episodes, or at least just watch the first episode to see what it's like because it's
Mm.
insane.
It sounds like it has a Attack on Titan feel like we were saying. It's like you just you're dropped into it.
Certainly are. Yeah, it's again insane. uh, I don't have much more unless you do.
Um, yeah, no, not really. Other than started the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Overall, I am enjoying it. I do get people's gripes with it, but at the same time, nothing's gonna beat the original. Like you got to understand that. Like the casting was just so perfect, and you can't expect anybody to truly match that level of mastery. So like
For one, it's
respect it for what it is, man. And they already told us, they said it going in. Don't expect the same thing, but we're gonna do better than the movie that they released.
yeah, in which I mean, they blew the movie out of the waters already.
Mhm.
Casting, I mean, Sokka and Zuko alone, them two, like they are like their voices,
Really well, yeah.
their their features, they look exactly like. I like everybody's character. Um, I did hear a bit about the King Boomy, which is the episode I'm about to watch soon. So
And
I'm
like they throw a lot in at once
yeah,
during that episode. That's just basically what it is. So like, it's still good. Like you're still gonna enjoy it. But
honestly,
I get it. Where people are like, "Oh, we were cheated." Like we was cheated. And I was like, okay,
honestly, I don't see how people can be complaining so much. And like, there was like so much praise over the One Piece series
right,
because it reminds me of that. Like, it's on the same pace. They're trying to pack a lot into you know a short live
hmm
application.
because
So
they don't know how long they'll run with Netflix. You just really got to throw what you can out there.
yeah, I mean, speaking of like brother's son,
Yeah.
that show was amazing. Came out in January
And
and
then Netflix was
top
like,
10, yeah, the top 10 show in Netflix with over 11 million viewing hours. And for some reason, they canceled it. I don't know why you would do that, especially if you had people interested in it. Like it was
right,
a show. I was actually looking forward to a second season. Didn't know how it play out. Maybe the second season wouldn't have been that great. Maybe that's why, because they couldn't really figure out how, like, writing wise, how to draw people in. But I don't.
right.
Y'all could have thought of something. That would
Anything like
something.
some
We would have watched
truly anything.
to end it, just to finish it, but
Right, but oh well, I guess
we
just
messed
gonna
up.
be left hanging.
We fucked up again, bro.
Fucked up. That I think that's the most perfect skit of all time. Oh man, but yeah, that's all I really got.
And that is Nerdcast Podcast, nerds. Until next time, we will catch you guys later.
Good to be back, and thank y'all again for the continued support. We truly appreciate it, especially while while life is going on.
Yeah, life, it be life and go. Life and pretty hard too.
Mm.
All
Yeah, I'm taking a big step. Very happy about it, but I'm just like, whoo, man.
right,
But yeah, it's
bye,
good to be back. Good to see everyone. It's amazing.
baby Groot.
Baby Root says peace. Baby Chewbacca.
My family got me Crocs for Christmas, and these go in my.
Oh, nice, nice, fun little additions.
Yeah, yeah, I got this is the one I'm currently wearing.
Oh damn! Look at all this.
I was like, I look like a child, and I walk around everywhere in these.
You're like, this is me now. This is who I am.
But all right, man. All right,
All
nerd.
right, brother.
Catch
Talk
you.
to everybody later.
Peace.
Peace.